This is the Mallard Doserless Conversion Kit. It will turn your Mazzer Mini or Mazzer Super Jolly into a grind-on-demand low coffee retention system. It has three assembly parts. There's the platform, this is the spout, and this is the bellows. In this video, I'll show you how these parts are put together and how they install into a Super Jolly. This is the Mazzer Super Jolly. The dozer has already been removed off of this one. Unfortunately, the footage has been lost, but it's going to be the same as the Mazzer Mini, where you want to take off two screws right next to either side of the exit chute, and the dozer should just lift straight up. It might be stuck to the gasket a little bit, so you can try tilting it forward a little bit and then lifting it up. Normally, I don't have it on here, but there's normally a little puck made out of metal, and that's where the dozer sits inside of. And when you take off these two screws, you're able to lift it up off of the puck. The puck on some might be missing because you maybe have already taken it off the dozer and assumed that this is the part of it that you don't need anymore. The conversion kit does utilize this, and I've included a free 3D printed version of it in case you don't have the original. If you do have the original, that'll work with that. But there's a free included set as a sparing just in case, so you don't have to delay your process. To install, we're going to start with the platform, and then we'll do the spout, and then finally is the bellows. That's the easy part. So, grinder's unplugged. It's easiest to tilt this to the back, like that. So make sure it doesn't rock away. All you really need is a flat screwdriver and a Phillips screwdriver. You're going to take off the bottom plate. These are already loosened, so I can just do them by hand. Okay, so normally there's a portafilter support here, and you would just need like a flat screwdriver to unscrew that, and there's retaining nuts on the bottom of here that you would have to hold still. On my kit, you would only need a screwdriver because the retaining nuts I put into I'll call this a nut bar. It's spaced out exactly the amount you need, and all you have to do is just kind of hold it in there until it starts to thread in. So we just stick that on top. You might have to make a little space for the screwdriver. Lift that up, move it up out of the way a little bit. Drop in your screws, mash it up into the hole. We're going to take our nut bar, the smooth side faces up. And these don't have to be very tight. They just need to be snug because these are nylon lock nuts. So that means during vibration, they won't come loose. Just get them in there so they feel secure. And if it's done right, you should have no gap on that sled. All right, now we can put the plate back on. And bring that back up. Next, we're going to put in the puck. The puck will face this direction and down. This is optional. If you already have one in here, you don't need to replace it. So I'm just going to loosen them up a little bit so they kind of wiggles. I just want to double check that I can get that in there. Feels good. And to lock that in place. Right. Then this will slide down. And then we use our nice little flat Phillips stainless steel M4x8 screws. These will go in at a slight angle like that. And then the bellows will just press fit, just like that. In case you missed it, just like that. And that's it. If you want to make an adjustment for a portafilter, you can lift this out, raise it up, and it should fit most 58mm portafilters. I've only tested it on La Marzocco's and the Flare 58 and a spouted version and a naked version, so they seem to be fine. You can bring this down lower if you're going to use a little, like a little container to hold coffee and pour it into later. This can go all the way down if you need that much space, but you probably don't. And the nice thing is you don't need a screwdriver to make it this. You can adjust this on the fly. Oops, I went past its limit. Get that back on there. It has to at least catch one of the teeth so it doesn't go up. All right, so, and the cap will let you see inside. So you can get a brush in there to clean out any extra coffee if you feel like it needs a little cleaning. And the cap just goes on like that. The cap has a little indicator of which way it's supposed to face. And there's a bellows that separates out like that. It has, I guess you could call that like sort of a anti-popcorn feature. So like the coffee beans, if they start bouncing around, they won't jump out too much, but kind of. And that's pretty much it right there. Thanks so much for checking out this video and considering this guy. It's worked really well for me. It only comes right now in this blue color or black. I think the blue one looks pretty nice. The black one is black, so most of the features you don't really notice as much, but I think it has some pretty nice little aesthetics there that you don't really see in these kind of systems. Very easy to assemble, very easy to clean. I think it took me less than 10 minutes. And well, I had the dozer already uninstalled, but it's not that hard to do. And that's it. Thank you for watching.